I wanted to say a couple really quick things about meditation to just kind of orient us. And then we'll just do like 2 minutes of practice tonight, and then we'll do some more practice tomorrow. I like to do 10-minute increments. So don't get nervous tomorrow. We're not going to do like 3-hour sits, which my teacher has me doing now, and it's challenging. I mean, even with all of my meditation, like to sit still for 3 hours is a lot. Because when I do 10-hour sits, I usually do an hour, 5-minute break, an hour, 5-minute break, you know. But we'll do some short sits, and I want to give you some different tastes of stuff. But there's a couple things that I found have been very helpful for people who have tried to meditate and have failed, right? And the first thing is the importance, or think of it as a tool. It's not a capital T truth, but it's a tool to separate out meditation from meditative practices. Now we have to define a couple terms. What do I mean? I mean meditative practices are anything we do to calm or regulate the nervous system. So what are some examples? Deep breathing. What else? Walking. Yeah. Yeah, visualization. Yeah, so, and I think pretty much a lot of what maybe Oprah Winfrey talks about is meditation. I would put in meditative. It's just something to calm and regulate the nervous system. Wonderful. And I think we all need a little bit more of that. You know, I think that's really useful practices. Now, it can, again, it's very helpful if we separate out meditation. And by meditation, I would like to say it's a working on a specific mental and a regular ongoing practice, okay, and that's important because it has to be done over a period of time with regularity, of working on specific mental and emotional capabilities, mental and emotional abilities for the purpose of greater states of awakening and well-being. Okay, that's what I'm defining as meditation. And again, it's very helpful to think about this in terms of like learning to play piano. Or learning a new language. I was trying to learn Mandarin because I teach a lot in Asia, and I've just finally given up. I'm too old for that, you know? It's just like all the tones and how bu jian, you know? It's like, and they're like, no, you just said like, where's my daughter, you know? And I was trying to say like, where can I find some good food? But learning a language, I found I was practicing. Now, should I demand that learning Mandarin relaxes my nervous system? Right? No. It's going to be frustrating sometimes because I'm learning a new skill that I presently don't have, right? And so oftentimes when people demand their meditation practice makes them feel relaxed, really they're asking a meditative practice to do that, right? But a meditation practice is not going to make you relax. It might make you frustrated. It might bring up unpleasant, difficult emotions, all kinds of stuff. But you're learning new skills. Again, like learning scales on a piano. The problem where the confusion comes in is because once you do learn the scales, and once you do get the abilities down and the coordinations down, playing a Bach piece feels fantastic. Right? But if somebody in their first 3 years of learning to play piano is like, I don't feel fantastic, what are they going to do? And they feel like they're supposed to feel fantastic, they're going to quit because they're like, oh, it doesn't work. So I just think it's very helpful. I've noticed over the many years of teaching, as soon as people make this distinction, they start to progress on the path because they're not demanding their meditation practice be meditative. Okay? What are those skills? Well, we're going to look. I have some handouts for everybody, and I'll hand those out at dinner. But what we're going to look at is 10 different stages. And this comes out of a 5th century text called the Bhavana Krama, written by a wonderful meditation master named Kamala Shila. And he discussed 10 stages of practice, and those 10 stages are profoundly accurate, and they're still used now. And they're actually used in modern labs as well as understanding the progression of the changes in the mind that happen. So I find for Westerners it's very helpful to understand the stage-based approach. And it's useful regardless of whether you're doing centering prayer or mantras, or if you're doing there's There's one that's popular now. I'm drawing a blank, but it's,
Mindfulness breathing.
mindfulness breathing, mindfulness-based stress reduction, all these different techniques. It's just understanding these different levels are applicable for that. So that's what we're going to spend our time tomorrow looking at, just as a template for understanding different practices. Which means that at different stages, you're working on different abilities.